Media reports say that the Chinese embassy has complained against India's new FDI norms that require neighboring countries, including China, to receive government approval before investing in any Indian company. This the Indian government had done to ensure no hostile takeover in the times of coronavirus. China said these new rules violate WTO norms. In a stern note to states, the Union Home Ministry has warned against violence meted out to healthcare workers, violations to lockdown measures, complete violations of social distancing norms, and movement of vehicles in urban areas. The ministry said this fails the fight against curbing COVID-19. In fact, reportedly, central teams will be sent to investigate in certain states where violations have been reported. In another distressing incident, a mob of around 200 locals forced a quarantine team to retreat and also damaged barricades, not permitting them to take around 58 people who had come in contact with 3 COVID-19 infected patients. This incident happened in Bengaluru. At least 54 persons have been arrested so far in connection with this incident. An FIR has been filed that mentions charges of assault and attempt to murder. The central government has permitted easing of lockdown from today. State governments will decide to what extent they see it fit to allow relaxations. The resumption of economic activity comes on a day when India saw the biggest single-day spike in the number of coronavirus cases, 1,553 cases in the last 24 hours, which takes the total to 17,265, including 543 deaths. 36 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. Sources in the Home Ministry have said that India may see a peak in COVID-19 cases in May, after which there shall be a decline. The Union Home Ministry has written a letter to the Kerala government for diluting the lockdown guidelines issued by the centre. The state government has permitted activities that are prohibited in the centre's revised guidelines. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray said that culprits involved in lynching of 3 men in Palghar district will be brought to justice. Now, the Home Ministry has sought a report from the state. The incident occurred on April 16th when 3 men from Mumbai were headed to Surat in a car to attend a funeral. Their vehicle was stopped near a village in Palghar. The trio were dragged out and beaten to death by a mob on suspicion that they were thieves. An FIR has been filed against a hospital owner in Meerut 2 days after the cancer treatment institution in an advertisement said that Muslim patients would only be admitted if they and their attendants showed negative results for COVID-19. The owner of the Valentis Hospital was quoted by a newspaper report saying that the advertisement read objectionably due to misprints, while their message was to promote testing and encourage people to cooperate. Amid the COVID-19 lockdown that has stranded many migrant labourers far from their native places, the Pune Zilla Parishad, in a first-of-its-kind initiative, has decided to make available PDS grains to over 80,000 undocumented people through the use of temporary ration cards. The Zilla Parishad plans to use Aadhaar-based authentication to open accounts for these people with the India Post Payments Bank. Once this is done, the migrants can draw ration from the PDS system. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said he will not take part in the last rites of his father tomorrow to ensure enforcement of lockdown and to defeat coronavirus pandemic in the state. Adityanath's father, Anand Bisht, died at AIIMS Delhi, where he was admitted at the gastroenterology department.